Hi, everyone. Welcome to Provider Spotlight. We love doing this show because we love to tell the unique stories of amazing people, amazing providers. Today, we have Dana Piscopo of Color Your Life LLC in King of Prussia. She is a sobriety and recovery life strategy coach that brings peer to peer support to companies and corporations. She's also a certified professional recovery life coach, certified facilitator for addiction awareness, master in integrative health coach, master vegan lifestyle coach, and educator, and currently also completing a certified corporate recovery coaching designation. Dana does a lot. So, welcome, Dana. We are so happy to have you.
Thank you, Rachel. I'm great. It feels great to be here.
No, this is fantastic. We're super happy to have you on the show. So we'll get into it. So tell us, how did you get into your specialty?
Yeah, too much drinking is how I got into my specialty. um, there was a good 10-year spiral downwards of my drinking that really led to a dark space for me. There was when I started drinking, there was a combination of things that happened. It was work related, it was relationship related, and combined all at the same time kind of threw me over an edge. And I started drinking, not on a daily basis, but over time that happened. And the past several years, I was drinking daily, every day. And at the height of it, I was drinking about a case of beer a week. And that was just at home. That wasn't when I was going out and drinking and being with my friends. Blacking out a couple times a week, not remembering conversations with my husband or his kids. It got pretty bad. And then the pandemic hit, and that was just like a license to drink even more. All of the happy hours and everything else that people were doing. And, I was taking happy hour to the to a next level. And the beer I was drinking wasn't, Heineken or Budweiser or anything like that. It was a 9.5% alcohol. And I was drinking about 4 of those a day. So yeah, it was pretty hefty.
Yeah, but it seems like you have turned into your own experience in a way to help other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. And everybody's rock bottom is different, right? It's relative to everybody. It's unique to them. And you don't need to be sitting under a bridge, with a paper bag in your hand without a home, to have hit your rock bottom.
Yeah, no, it definitely looks different across the board. And like you always say, you never know someone's personal life, personal
Yep.
experience, what happens behind closed doors. But it's amazing what you had gone through and been able to do all these certifications, which, and really learn and apply real life
Yeah.
to other people. And they know that you understand.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I did the health coaching came first. And, there was a reason why I was not confident in that business. And it was because I wasn't helping myself. I wasn't healthy myself. And when you're not healthy yourself, you can't help other people.
Yeah, for sure. So what prompts people to like first reach out to you? What do they say? What is like their trigger? What gets them going?
I think um, I think approachability is one. I think people feel very comfortable approaching me and just talking to me. And there's a level of trust there that people feel. I don't know what that is. I'm happy that I have it because I'm happy to hold space for people. But I think they're looking to, they're curious. They're curious about how I got sober, what I did, what it's like. And I think they're curious about their own sobriety and their own recovery and how they can go about doing it. And I think that's what gets people at first.
Yeah, for sure. So what would you say is the hardest part about what you do, but what is also the most rewarding part about what you do?
I think the hardest part, and this is something that you learn as a coach, is people need to understand that they are their own knight in shining armor, that their moxie is with them, in them, and they're the only ones that are going to be able to change themselves. So I think when people first come to me, they think that I'm just going to be able to help them change, and and it's not about that. It's about digging deep, doing the work, and finding out that you can do this on your own. And I'm there for support and an advocate. And I think that's the hardest thing for me, is not being able to just, snap my fingers and have somebody go sober and be happy and go on with their life. It's not like that. It wasn't like that for me either. The most rewarding is when they find it.
Yeah.
When they reclaim their moxie, and when they find that change within themselves, and and they take it and they run with it.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It must
it really
make
is.
you feel so good that, you were one more person you got to help,
Yes.
one more person you got to, over the bridge. And
Yeah.
that's gotta feel so good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it makes me beam. Like it just brings out my soul, you know what I mean? And my heart. And I picked a word for 2022, and it was impact. I want to make an impact. I want to help others discover themselves, whether that's group, one-on-one, otherwise, however I can do it.
Oh, that's a great word for the year of 2022.
Yeah.
Great thing. What would you say, if you can give someone a tip right now that's starting their recovery process, what would that most important tip for you be?
Be gentle. Be gentle with yourself. Be as gentle with yourself as you would with somebody else going through the same thing. It is important that you take care of yourself, that you make yourself a priority, make your sobriety and your recovery a priority. Don't surround yourself by going to all of these parties and pool parties and summer picnics and everything where there's alcohol everywhere, or your drug of choice or your substance of choice, or whatever it is that you're going through with substance abuse. You need that the first couple of months. You need to take care of yourself, to give yourself that little bit of confidence to know that you can work through it, and get yourself into full recovery.
That's awesome advice. Thank you for that. What would you say, what would you wish some people knew about you or about your field, and what would you do?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that question.
Maybe like a misconception, like what some people might think about what recovery looks like and what it actually is.
Yeah, I think, and I deal with this with friends, family, with coworkers, or whatever. It happened with my veganism as well, because I am vegan. People think I'm ready to push this stuff, and if you're not going to go full on vegan, or if you're not going to go full on recovery and sober, then that's it. You're done, out of my life, whatever. And it's so not like that. I meet people where they're at, right? And that is the most important thing that people need to know about me personally and my coaching and what I'm looking for. I'm here to meet you where you are, and then help you through what you want to work through. It's all about them. It's all about their goals and their life adventure and what they want to get out of it. If they find that they can work through it and they don't need to be completely sober, well, that's their life journey, not mine. And I can help them in any way I can be better for what they want to go through. So I think that's the biggest misconception, and people feel very uncomfortable when, at first, when they find out that you're sober or that you're vegan. It's like, oh, I can't talk about this, or, oh, this person's boring, and it's like, yeah, I'm still as goofy and crazy as I am sober as I was drunk. So,
That's awesome though. I mean, I think that's a great thing to say, because some people may be afraid to say what they're really thinking, and but that will also, if they tell the truth, that will aid them in their process, in their recovery. And if they can meet you with where they are, and they can say what they need to say, and you have built that environment, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And you must help so many great people just by being who you are and having that environment for people to come into.
I surely hope so. I should, and there are times where you need to be tough, right? There are times where there's tough love that needs to be involved, and that's when you can tell that people aren't so pleased with you, is when you give that tough love. But it's needed, and I needed it along the way too. And sometimes I still do, with certain things. So it's just being real and authentic and honest, and it also makes both people vulnerable, right? The coach and the client. And I think that's what makes the relationship work, and to help that person truly move to where they want to be.
Yeah. This, Dana, I have to say, this was amazing. I really appreciate you being here. I know for everyone listening, they know someone in their life that may be struggling. And I would love for you to give information on how to find you, how to contact you, because I know with the world affairs and the pandemic, I'm sure that had fast tracked some things for people. It has been very heavy. For those listening, I would love for you to get in touch with Dana. And Dana, I'll let you take it away with your information.
Sure. It's going to sound like a lot, right? So I have my website, which is www.coloryourlifellc.com. My email address is dana@coloryourlifellc.com. You can find me on Facebook under Dana Piscopo. I have a LinkedIn profile that you can find me under there as well, Dana Piscopo. And then on Instagram, I am Miss Moxie. So that is Miss_Moxie with an IE _CYLLLC.
Awesome. Well, there's a lot of avenues to touch base with
Yes.
you, and I really appreciate you coming on today and telling your story.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Until next time.
Yes. Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you.